Donald Trump has really stepped up his criticism of Ukraine. His statements are getting more and more hostile. He claims that Ukrainian President Zelensky started the war. This is a serious accusation. It goes against the widely accepted view that Russia is the aggressor. Trump also called Zelensky a dictator. This label is misleading. Zelensky was elected democratically. He has significant support among Ukrainians. Trump's claims about Zelensky's popularity rating are false. He claims it's about 4%. But polls show a much higher number, around 52%. This difference is concerning. It suggests that Trump might be relying on unreliable information, or perhaps he's intentionally twisting the facts. Trump is strongly focused on Ukrainian concessions during peace talks. He suggests that Ukraine should consider giving up territory. He also suggests they give up NATO membership. These suggestions are controversial. They imply that Ukraine should meet Russia's demands. Many see this approach as rewarding aggression. Trump rarely blames Putin for the war. This is in stark contrast to his criticism of Zelensky and Western powers. This stance has drawn criticism. Critics say it shows a bias towards Russia. They question his motives for this apparent double standard. International reactions to Trump's statements were swift and critical. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak firmly stood by Zelensky. He emphasized Zelensky's position as the democratically elected leader of Ukraine. This statement directly contradicts Trump's dictator label. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz went even further in his condemnation. He called Trump's statements wrong and dangerous. This strong language reflects the seriousness of the situation. It highlights the potential harm of Trump's rhetoric. Other world leaders also voiced their support for Zelensky. Keir Starmer, leader of the British Labour Party, contacted Zelensky directly. He assured him of his full support. Kemi Badenoch, leader of the Conservative Party, refuted Trump's claims. She confirmed that Zelensky is not a dictator. She reaffirmed the United Kingdom's unwavering support for Ukraine. John Bolton, former US National Security Advisor, was particularly critical. He called Trump's remarks disgraceful. This condemnation, coming from a former member of Trump's own administration, is serious. It highlights the seriousness of the change in Trump's rhetoric. Trump's recent statements are not isolated incidents. They fit into a larger pattern of pro-Russia commentary. Throughout his time in the public eye, Trump has consistently avoided criticizing Putin. When he does offer criticism, it often lacks conviction. Trump often uses passive voice when talking about the war in Ukraine. He avoids directly blaming Russia for its actions. He has also refused to state that he wants Ukraine to win the war. This ambiguity raises concerns about his true stance on the conflict. Trump has repeatedly expressed his belief that Putin wants peace. This belief is not shared by many world leaders and intelligence agencies. They see Putin's actions as evidence of a desire for conquest and expansion. Trump's insistence on Putin's peaceful intentions is seen by some as naive. Others see it as deliberately misleading. Trump's pro-Russia stance stands in stark contrast to the policies of the current US administration. The Biden administration has provided significant military and financial aid to Ukraine. They have also imposed sanctions on Russia. Trump's rhetoric undermines these efforts. The motivations behind Trump's pro-Russia stance remain unclear. Several theories attempt to explain his behavior. Some believe he is susceptible to Russian propaganda. Others believe he takes a transactional approach to politics. This theory stems from allegations of Russian interference in the 2016 US presidential election. Another theory points to Trump's admiration for authoritarian leaders. They argue that he sees Putin as a strongman to be emulated. Finally, some believe Trump simply wants a quick end to the war. They suggest he sees this as a way to boost his own image. The upcoming meeting between Trump and European leaders, Keir Starmer and Emmanuel Macron, will be significant. This will be the first time these leaders have visited Trump at the White House during his current term. Starmer plans to discuss a peace plan for Ukraine. This plan involves European troops and American air support. Trump's stance on Ukraine has significant implications. His rhetoric has the potential to embolden Russia. It could also weaken the resolve of Western allies. His continued support for Putin undermines international efforts to hold Russia accountable for its actions. The situation remains tense and unpredictable.